Welcome back. Here's a little afternoon update on the progress with the new guys. All of them are fine and eating. So I've got even this guy, although he's not eating a lot, he's eating. He's going for the bloodworm. And even nipped on a couple flakes. Now his eye is clearing up. I misidentified my post earlier this morning. One of the other fish is him. The one above them, actually, they just look identical. So, but his eye were both bone white last night, and you can see now that he's doing a lot better. A few hours later, this morning they were still a little smoky, and I would say by tomorrow morning we'll have his eyes cleared up at this rate. He's showing better color now. They all are showing better color and less stripes, as you can see this one here. Actually, I think is that one of my fish? God, it's hard to tell. Oh no, that's a new one, and that one's dropping bars. This one hasn't dropped bars, but it's a little on the thin side, so we gotta work on that. But this one's doing really good. I would say it's perfectly healthy fish right there. Of course, it's an Asian, so more resistant. That's how I know this is a bacterial infection, by the way, because the Asian fish is fine. I've been through this before. I know this won't hurt my fish. And also, you know, see, like most of them are behaving properly. He's starting to come forward. Here's his other side. It's a little worse, but it's clearing as well. And he had, you can see where it's white on his head. That was open last night, is closing. So he was on its way to hole in the head. Got some other damage down there. Those are stress pimples. Discus get them. It's also bacteria driven. Like, it's just, I know what I'm looking at. That's why they're in my main tank, because I've even initiated my secondary UV, 13 watt UV. So I got the 54 plus the 13 sitting right beside the intakes. So it's getting hit by the 13 before it goes through to 54. And it's getting hit by the 13 again before it comes up into this tank. So if that's pathogenic bacteria these guys are carrying. If I didn't have UV in my water, I very well would infect my other fish with this cloudy eye problem. But it won't have a chance to live in my water for more than a few minutes. And that's how this works. So I don't have to worry about it. I won't have to medicate this problem away. They got metronidazole last night because their gills were hurt, not because of their eyes. The UV is what's going to clear up the eyes and bring back their appetites, improve their colors. That fish is scared still, but that's because I'm in the room and they're a little bit chicken shit. Actually, this guy was scared the whole time. And he's good with it now, so they're really coming around. Like, he's actually coming out and swimming around now. He was hiding in the corner all morning, and he's lightening up, and he's coming out and he's swimming around. And that was my little lady coming in the door, and she saw me filming, so she stepped back out and let me finish. But you know, I'm really happy to have had them, to have had the opportunity to get these fish. So a bunch of people are going to say I'm crazy, but you watch. None of my fish are going to get sick, and these fish are going to heal because the water's clean. The only reason these fish look like this is because the water was dirty. I was asked a question in chat about how was the other tank set up. Initially, it was set up with the Title 110 and as a hang-on back, and a FX6 on a 90 gallon with deep substrate and a couple rock decorations, and that was it. So, and the FX6 died probably 2.5 weeks ago. So that's when his tank basically crashed, and he posted because he knew he had a problem that he couldn't fix. So he was trying to rehome them. I noticed the ad, but I didn't have the cash right away, so I was just hoping they wouldn't sell before I could get to them. I didn't understand he was in a dire situation. I would have made other arrangements. But we got the fish out in time, and I think they're all going to make it. I really do. So that's my assessment of the situation. Roughly, what time are we now? Yeah, roughly 24 hours since I got them in the door. We've got them on the mend and behaving properly and beginning to eat, socializing, and healing. But hey, criticize me. Tell me how I'm going to go wrong with all of the, not quarantining stuff that I'm doing. But keep in mind, I never quarantine my discus unless I see a parasite problem. And I did wait and watch and see them poop. And they've been owned for 2 years in the same tank for 2 years with the same fish for 2 years. I know the variables. The FX6 died. That's why they're in this condition. No other reason. And that means I can fix them. And it's not parasitic. So I will clear the clean water alone is going to clear their bodies of the pathogenic bacteria. The metronidazole overdose I gave them, overdose dip I gave them in the 20 gallons last night would have cleared their gills because they were having gill function issues, and it did. Their gill function is fine now. They're all breathing perfectly. So now they got that helped their gills feel better. Then I put them in clean water. There's no more continued infection from pathogenic water. They're going to do nothing but heal and eat and thrive here now. So that's a pretty bold statement. 24 hours in with some sick fish, but you gotta understand. I haven't only been doing this for 2 years, but I've intensely studied these fish for 2 years, and I've had the time unlike anyone in this world to spend during that 2 years studying these fish. So if you stack that up to somebody that's also got another career that's learning discus on the side, he don't have the time I have. My 2 years is like 5 years for him. So I tell you right now, quarantine is overrated. And when it comes to these fish, you really have to, you don't want to do that if you don't have to. You probably, if you're in the habit of quarantining discus for 8 weeks, you're probably going to kill more discus than you save. And that's the truth. The reason these fish are rebounding is because they're in a big school. They feel comfortable and safe. They see the other fish feel comfortable and safe. It brings down their personal stress levels immensely to know that they're in a big discus school. And then you got the clean water. So part of it's emotional and the rest of it's environmental. And they'll heal. You just got to give them what they need. Thank you so much for watching. We'll keep you posted. Ciao for now.